So so happy and grateful to be here. Thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, for my set, I've got a great sense of humor, so I think I do, and so I'm going to sort of in the middle break from some of the seriousness and do following Clive do some of my humorous ones. Um, and just to add that the title was not mine. This, as an art critic, I covered a lot of wonderful art exhibitions in Columbus, Ohio. And this one was the title of an exhibition of amazing, they call themselves women of color, Black African American women. And I loved all those artists, and many of them were my friends and colleagues. And I love Women Keep Our Skies from Falling. So, and I borrowed it from them. I'm sure they don't mind. I'm going to start with a poem that I thought I lost and I just recently found. I recovered it. And it was one that I wrote when did a trip with my youngest son on his coming of age to Europe to visit family. And we ended up in Greece, staying with a friend. And this was written, is called The Goddess, and it was written while I was standing with him in front of a statue of Athena. And and yeah, it was a moment to acknowledge and revere the goddess, which my son understood standing next to me and also embraced. So here it is, the goddess. Be with me, she whispers on the breeze. Stay with me. You are me these 100, 1,000 lifetimes. You are me in the caves, the long, bright lit halls at night, the plazas, the throne room, the bath, in heaven, the bedroom, entwined in the embrace of your lover. You are the golden one, as are we, your sisters all. Fear not the momentary absence of light, the dark. You are the light, and light the way through 1,000 lifetimes. You are me, serene and knowing, the smile beautiful, the fixed gaze steady, my hair twining down over uplifted breasts, the firm stance, the robes as they play against my flesh, the sandals as they so lovingly hold and wrap my feet. We, as all, are the goddess. We are eternal. The second one is a tribute to the mothers amongst us as women folk and the continuation of life. It's simply called breath. Whatever our minds think as they race through the hours, whatever the path of our days, our time, our stories, the pain or the sublime glory of our messy and glorious lives, we are all connected by one thing, the memory of our mother's touch. Remember it, it keeps you alive. Her breath on our baby foreheads, the temple, awakens our breath as she kisses and drinks in the sweet, sleepy smell of our baby skin, its newness, its promise. Remember the feel of her breath on your skin. It keeps you alive. You breathe in, taking in the air that gives you life, from trusting her breath, from listening and knowing this, her rhythm of ascent and descent, her rhythm of life that with the fall of each breath, a new one will rise, as effortless as thought, the companion of breath, breath and thought. We learn to know this union and trust that it is as it always has been and will go on, will continue, gives rise to this, to rise and fall, transcendent as do our thoughts, which now give way. Remember her kisses, as gentle and soft as the whisper of butterfly wings. Because my mother kissed me and meant it, I can kiss you and know what it means. That your deep kisses fill me. We can hold on to nothing, this dream that flits by, visible for only a moment in passing, and then beyond our grasp, out of reach. We could hold our collective breath and believe that. We could, and we, we could hold our collective breath and believe that, like the memory of a mother's touch, permeating our beings, nothing is lost. No one goes. Like a warm vapor, soothing to the skin, balming to the soul. Breath, once set into motion, continues. This one, I've read this one before, but I like it. Um, It's called The Laughter of Very Old Women. The white hall is empty, so empty, vast it seems, and long, much longer than it really is. Your feet clatter on the planks as you walk down towards the rooms, three of them. One door is open and you go towards the gauzy white curtains that waft seductively into the hall, touching the far wall and flutter in some seizure of wind for the moment and then rest. How is it for you when the children leave finally? Tell me, I have yet to know this. Are they nice to you when they visit or when you talk to them on the phone? Do they hang up or do they keep listening, old mother? There is a mass ascension of birds at the moment you walk into the barn, almost frightening in its suddenness, the moment all the black wings in unison work, clouding your vision with darkness, with the momentary absence of light, like death or an asthma attack. Haloed from above, the dust catches the sun from high windows, like the arrows of Saint Teresa, and you are enthroned in a golden cloud of light with the sound only, the rhythmic measure of the bird's wings beating in your ears like the sound of your mother's heart above you as you rested in her womb. And you, old woman, are you spent or do you have more to spend? How do you measure the hours of your day? Are you urgent or are you calm? Calm, I hope, old mother. We all deserve that. Tell me, do we ever arrive? Do we ever get anywhere finally and forever? I knew you on the sidewalk only by your laughter, some few feet from the door. I saw it was you and coming in shy at the threshold. I pause and feel the weight of my feet under me, having moved and ready for movement all the while. It is you, crowned by your white hair, like a Mexican saint or angel, your head thrown back laughing in delicious seizure, making your laughter praise to the seal, the prayers to the ceiling, now to the corners, to the floor, and back again you laughed. You laughed the laughter of the old and the holy, and I knew you as my mother smiling behind her hand. I knew you as my sister, never smiling, my aunties smiling variously. I knew you as me, becoming you, when it is all behind us and we can sit all together around the table as very old women and laugh. I like that one. Makes me laugh. Okay, so what can I say? Being a woman is sometimes serious and sometimes a bit of a burden. What can I say? So many of us often like to take the burden part of it away by being a little bit more lighthearted. So the next few are just that. Um, Somewhat irreverent too, but I apologize. I'm not all that serious sometimes. This first one's called The Muse, and it's actually also about the act of writing a poem. The Muse. I wiped clean the windshield, stopping hourly to see clearly the sweep of hills, the purple flowers at the roadside, the rows of fences, and the clouds. I wiped the windshield now with my scarf at the next stop at the side of the road, having run out of paper. Dissatisfied with my scarf, now fouled by the windshield dirt, coming to the next stop, I took off my blouse and wiped the windshield clean. Driving through the hills now naked from the waist up because the bra came off too, I begin to see more clearly the hills, now becoming larger with every curve and twist in the road and turning perhaps into mountains with the ocean just beyond. I'm not sure because my vision is dim still. At the next stop, I take off my skirt and wipe the windshield so clean, and my panties come off too because at this point they are superfluous, and I drive naked, and now I can see perfectly the way. Across my vision, a cloud of too much reason, too much thought, and now, without clothing, naked, there is no mistaking the clarity, the perfect clarity, and now I can see. And this one is semi-serious too. This one's called The Fool. I read this one at open mic in a Mexican bar called Bar Don Pato, and everybody thought it was pretty funny. It's, again, The Fool. Your questions are not my questions. You forget that we are sometimes not the same. When I am perpetually in motion, you are stationary. When you are perpetually in motion, I stand with my arms stiff at my side, braced for the yin-yang swing once again, the yin-yang swing once again. What would it be if, like the fool, I trained upward in the presence of the moon, the deep sky of night? I gave my shining, naked body to you. And then this one isn't serious at all either. It's called Lovers. I I'm an artist and I sold my prints at the Mercado I can't say Mercado market, the local artisan market. And this is a true story. Someone came up and asked me this question. Do you have any paintings of lovers? She said. I looked at the prints and postcards. Well, let's see. People flying, dancing bears, a woman passing through a magic hoop, an attractive ghost, a naked goddess, a very still woman turning into a tree. No lovers, it seems. I wonder why not. Well, I could paint one and then thought of all sorts of evocative and lyrical images which would appeal to my senses and others, as I am human, so many possibilities. Then I said, which surprised me, yes, I could paint two monkeys behind bars. That would work. And she walked away. Anyhow, that's me for my whatever irreverent side. So this is a serious one, and I mean it. And it's called Let Me Sing to My Friend. I'm all about community, um, sisterhood, brotherhood, solidarity, all that stuff. So this one, I liked writing it. Let me sing to my friend the song of her life. Let me sing to her that her body is a temple. If in this moment it is forgotten, and to remember this when she is afraid, let me sing to my friend that she was born protected, to know, to understand that there is a beautiful blue light surrounding her at all times as she walks, as she rests or sleeps, as she talks to me and to you, as she sings her song to us. Let me sing to my friend and ask for her reverent silence, to be silent and still so as to hear far off the birds singing in the meadow. Let me sing to my friend, to whistle in the dark, to not forget each day to look up and keep her gaze fixed on the sky. I sing to her of bees, and to think of them as they go from flower to flower, blessing each one. I sing to her to see far off in the fields the horses with their foals, or the spring lambs, and remember this new life as it is revealed to her each spring. I sing to her to see in each dying branch of the trees in autumn the bud of new life curled up and sleeping, waiting for the renewal of spring. I sing to her to tell her that there is the dark, but also the light. Let me sing to my friend that the sound of her heart beating is the sound of the angel wings in her ear, whispering to her at each breath. I sing to her that she is loved, and we can hold each other in this, and we could hold with this, hold in this, hold with each other, even when apart, and when in the dark, know we are together and not fear, and fear cannot have us, for we are in the embrace of song, the song of our lives. And back to being irreverent. This one's called Brave Women. Brave women, for many reasons, plunge defenseless fingers into the mouths of very young children with sharp, pointy teeth. Often they suckle the same. This sometimes does not work out well. They know this going in. Brave women mop up all blood types from all wounds and orifices, no matter how repugnant. Answer impossible questions with yes, and I understand when they don't. Comfort the raw nerves of a friend when their own are raw, and if and when called upon, push out the sometimes very large heads of their offspring and yell and scream because this fucking hurts. Brave women yell and scream anyhow in many situations and for many reasons. It is when they reach that shrill high point, and only they know when that moment is hot upon them. It is private. Brave women are sometimes mistaken for something else, especially when they scream for reasons unclear. But do not forget, it is the screamers who are the bravest of brave women, to give voice, to give shape, to give meaning through sound to that which they don't understand or understand way too much. A brave woman never has to tell anything to anybody that she doesn't want to. It is her secret that has sound or no sound at all if she chooses. Is this love? Is the heart of a brave woman only about love? Some would say yes, and some would absolutely avoid any further knowledge, reference, or inquiry regarding any particular high point of any woman, especially if she's a screamer. Brave women sob at weddings and funerals, giving a different voice to that which is simply too much, too much. And it is that sound only of a brave woman sobbing that quiets us all better than lullabies, because that sound is life, simply that. Brave women love you, and aren't you the lucky one to be loved by a brave woman? They are your mothers, your sisters, your aunts, grandmothers, cousins, neighbors, friends, your lovers, watchful, paying attention, laughing for us, at us, with us. The laughter of brave women is the music we dance to, the music of our souls and our bodies to which we spin. And I don't know what I'm doing for time, but I think I'm going to just be wrapping it up. This one, for me, it sort of signifies some sort of sense of delivery or coming to a place of attainment when and where things make sense in the world. So that is a celebration for any woman, any human. This one's called Peace in the Realm. That which circles the waste holds you, that which circles the sun in their orbits, the hours of the day to count on each finger, the self which is you to ponder at moments in front of the mirror. You could sit in your corner enclosed in the world you create, the hours of the day lost in thought, the sugar plums of ideas dancing, mind to fingers, fingers that grasp the pen to pour these honey world onto paper, the bees drawn to your words like flowers to germinate and make plenty the continuous thread of thought as the blooming of the spring, the wild buds, the shocking green of spring, the trees overfull and bloom of green, opening skyward to salute the cerulean sky of day, touching the moon in the dark of the evenings, the darkest nights, to turn once again into your days here on earth, the vast meadows, rolling hills, the high parts which lead your eye upward to behold the deepening sky as it moves in form, as forms, the reformings on, as clouds as they travel swiftly and low across this island. As you look in the mirror, steady as self, yourself, you in the mirror, what do you see but all of them? The line of them behind you, in you, you and them, yours, theirs, the eyes blue, the eyes green or brown like yours, looking back at you, acknowledging your presence in the line, the continuous line, the root system which echoes in you and those to come, the thoughts which crowd your head, excuse me, the thoughts which crowd you, heavy clouds lowering, be gone. It is your time now, each hour of your day, your time now to make the best of, to take in the air as it moves around you, as it moves you around. Take it into you, hold it, feel it, cherish it, this life that is yours, ours, and let it go, this breath, to know that breath follows breath, and we breathe and let it go. Let it go. You've had enough this thinking, and on your heel turn swiftly an elegant pavon, as you were taught. Descend the stairs, open wide the door and greet your day. Smile, for this is you. Imagine the image is you now in this form and love it. Love this moment. Love who you are each day of you, the miracle that you are to step with this day. And I'm going to end with this poem that is about um, us just all together. Uh, Jeezy squeezy, do I love men? And my brothers all, I adore men. So this one's about sisterhood and brotherhood. It's called The Habit of Kindness. And I apologized. I think I read this at Forsaking the Mic the other day. So it's called The Habit of Kindness 1. The habit of kindness invites the snarling dog of doubt, who, poised in disbelief and ready to bite, will bite you. Doubt mistakes itself for glory which is unattainable in its belief that it is kindness that needs to be bitten. Kindness suspect in its intent, out of reach, too good to be true. Kindness, the doubt of it bleeds out and spreads, the ooze of red, insidious like a rumor believed to be true, red, the substance of blood, the sustenance of our existence, spilled, uncontained, running freely through the streets that protest too much instead of join. Blood, the sustenance which circulates, contained in body, sealed and pumping, pumping with and through the heart which is meant to love only and to join us with our hearts, through our hearts, yours and mine. The rumors believed, the blood spills and is gone into the drains, down into the dark sewers, and flows to where it goes, emptying with the filth into the seas to pollute our waters. The blood is the carry through of kindness, kindness not to be flushed too. The carry through of kindness happens if you are kind. The carry through means I am carrying you and you me. I who smile and mean it carry you. You who smile and mean it carry me. I am carrying you out of habit as you carry me. A habit only that smiles easily, readily, at ease in itself, at ease with itself, and says yes. It is the yes of those who have it to burn the light bright enough to light their way through the dark and light your way too, if you say yes. We carry each other out of habit, a habit that says yes, having our sight on the torch, the light of the smile bright enough to light the way through the dark, the sometimes cloaked path, the hidden passageways, yet we'll scorch it moment in those moments which come to us with all of its too much brightness, the over brightness of the false illumination, suspect not to be believed, penetrating the cloth, the closely woven, tightly formed cloth of forgiveness, the that is of us, the doubt coupled with belief, the mud interlaced just as surely with the fine filigree, the chinks in us, the holes of us, the holes created, the continuation of patterns, the revered and age-old patterns of the what you are, if you know only and simply that life must be maintained at all costs. You balance. The blood as it circulates balances itself out, and we in the flow also. You cannot have the life that you can claim to be your own solely. You cannot have your life as your own without letting go also the life of us all. We are meant to hold together as the type fabric. We are meant to be the weave, the warp, and the weft of our human existence here on earth together to hold us only in and with that. If you see the joyous smile on the face of another, you smile back in greeting, and thus connected, we hold to the pattern. This, the smile, holds to the pattern, our weave together, the cloth, this habit of kindness that keeps us all here together, held as one together on earth. So that's it for me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Woohoo.